Full in, full
Hey,
retard.
hey!
Hey, hey, I'm going to show you this. Look. Who said Satoshi was Craig Wright? Just saying.
Satoshi is female.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Satoshi is me.
I knew it. I knew it all along. I have known it. Yeah, it's perfectly clear now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's how you figure out.
She just showed me one of her accounts, Didi. So I'll throw a big no comment out there on this one.
What did you say? She just showed you one of her accounts?
Well, yes, yeah. I think I just saw the Satoshi wallet.
Did you see it? The 1
Moving
million
on,
one?
someone gets in trouble.
Yeah.
How are we all?
I
How
will
are
be
we?
in trouble.
Lisa.
I will be in trouble.
Lisa, you must be a bit happier this week. I know last week was a little bit tough for you.
Yeah,
but,
last week sucked.
Yeah, but no, look, I'm pretty happy. My follow on Prime expertise looking a lot healthier, so I'm sure you're looking a lot happier as well. So I'm sure those two things go together.
I am. It must be, you know, how hungover I am. It's like I just don't care anymore. It's like I'm dead today. No.
You're not getting driven to drink, are you?
Yeah, it was just all the stress, and you know, I just bottle of prosecco later. It's like.
That's perfect. That's how life should look like.
Oh my God. This morning it didn't look good. I was just like, please kill me. I feel all right now. But
very good. We're going to get into some charts shortly, people. And we're also going to be talking about whale clusters as we try and figure out what the prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to do. But first, Didi, where are you exactly? It looks like some club with a very special sofa.
I went out with some friends last night and I slept at this place with all the hookers. So yeah, I just did the show from here now. My wife doesn't know yet, so please send this video a little bit later out so that I can tell her that, yeah, I slept over at this place in the castle with this. Yeah, they're all hiding now.
Yeah, they're all passed out. It's like,
Oh. Sean, I'm still in Alicante, but I'm sitting here because everybody's still sleeping, so I didn't want to wake them up. But we will leave to Portugal tomorrow.
Very good.
That's the trip.
Yeah.
Are you flying or are you driving?
No, Lisa, the whole life always changes without even noticing that it will change, because we should have flown yesterday, the 12th. No, Saturday. Saturday we had tickets with Ryanair, and like a few days ago, I woke up with this crazy thought that I had: I need to drive, and I wrote this one-pager, and I sent that one-pager to 2 companies, and they were like, "Wow, Didi, what you're going to do the next 3 months, we are going to help you with this whole trip." And so I bought a car. So I bought a real cool Land Rover V6, like Discovery, like this real, you know.
Oh, that's
Land
awesome.
Discovery vehicle. So I'm going to do a 3-month tour, through from Portugal. We're going to do whole Portugal and meet all the crypto communities over there and all the crypto companies. We're going to interview them, do some cool shit over there, and then drive through a few countries to one of the countries where one of the sponsors or supporters of this tour is, and then we are going to end the tour there. And what we are going to do then, I don't know. But the next 3 months will be a lot of fun, a lot of crazy, cool stuff to do as a family. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Fantastic. I know one of Jordan, one of our HardForking teams, helping you with some of the signage for the car, Didi. Were we allowed to know who the sponsors are?
No, not yet, please. I'm still, no, I want to build up this tension a little bit more. And the sponsors, it's for them, it's more about aha, so that's when you look when I know we're not talking about these guys anymore.
No.
But
Sean, it really is a very special sofa you were sitting on there. I'm not going to ask too many questions, but
it is just it's the same house I'm normally staying.
Maybe it's the angle at time, but it looks like you could fit about 50 people on the thing.
It's a big couch. It's a big room. Yeah, but I can prove it's the same house like last week, because He's there again.
It's like, please no.
Okay,
No.
we've behaved until now, people.
Yeah, hang on. I'm out of here. Bye.
No, but next week, Sean, we're going to talk a little bit more about the sponsors and everything, and they are going to appear on your show as well.
Very good. Very good.
That's really cool.
Looking forward to it. Whale clusters. Should we talk about whale clusters?
Whale clusters, yes. So, yeah, we get to hear about whale clusters. I can't even talk at the moment. So, Didi's still, I'm like, yeah, anyway.
So what did you do yesterday night?
You're not allowed to say, didn't you get the memo?
I got terribly drunk, and I woke up with
okay.
Yeah, so my brain's not functioning quite well today.
But you need to drink more often, Lisa, because you look very beautiful this morning. So I think when you drink, you get more beautiful.
You say all the right things, Didi.
Doesn't he?
Yeah. It's like, thank you. So anyway, we had a whale cluster between 9,000 and 9,600. So we see these whale clusters where they put these buy walls and sell walls at certain regions to hold the area sort of, and confuse traders. And, that's kind of what they do. So between 9,000, I think it was 9,000, 9,600, we saw this whale cluster. And we've got another one right where we are at the moment. So, which is also what I call a liquidity pool. So where they're taking
570, I think, Lisa, is the figure.
Yeah. So that's where, the sell wall is for the whales. And then just below 10, there's another buy wall, but the lower buy wall I've been watching on Bitfinex has been moving up and down. So, that kind of pushes up as we go up to hold the levels. So when it bleeds down a bit, it kind of pushes up a little bit. And, that's sort of holding those prices. Then they remove the buy wall and it falls down again. So rinse, repeat. So that's kind of what's happening. I want to show you crypto quant, which we can see like all the movements of where the Bitcoin and all the money is going at the moment. So if we see, this is Binance inflows. So if we have a look at all of these exchanges, so if we see this massive big inflow of Bitcoin into the exchanges in March, we saw that massive dump. So, all the spot exchanges had it, like literally every exchange. So, we go to miner flows and we go up here. So this is the dump that we had from 12,000. So we saw all the slush pools bringing in sort of money into the exchanges and flooding the exchanges with Bitcoin. So the only thing that we're seeing here at the moment with these is on Twitter, we used to have whale calls. We've still got those, and the whale calls sort of report the larger movements. They're not catching all of these movements anymore because a lot of these are going through, wrap BTC and all these hidden transactions.
Right.
So into the exchanges, which makes it more difficult to trace. So this is why CryptoQuant is such an amazing site, because we can see these, big, massive amounts of Bitcoin coming into the exchanges. Like we can see.
Lisa, question: when we talk about miners' fees coming on to the spot exchanges, just for people new, is that meaning they're putting BTC back into the market? Correct.
Yeah. So what happened was at 12,000, all the miners moved. So obviously they mine BTC, it gets to it. It's in massive amounts of profit at the moment. I think most miners, their break even's about 5,500, 6,000 now. It goes up as electricity and all of that goes up. So, they're kind of 100% profit on any BTC they were selling at 12,000. So, there was a lot of Chinese miners that moved a lot of money onto exchanges, It seems there's like a mining war at the moment that's going on with BTC, and they're moving a lot of this BTC and selling it. So and therefore holding down the price.
The highest 2017 at the moment.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. So we can see these, these outflows coming in. So there's, normally we have a lot of outflows sort of coming into the market. And they're sort of, Tether sort of holds that up and, sort of stops the market from dropping. But when you've got like massive inflows like we saw here from the slush pools, there's just no possible way that you can hold the market up with that much Tether. So when it's coming up, so, billions of dollars entering into the market. So we also saw that with a massive drop on the total market cap, and Bitcoin dominance like increasing at that point. So yeah, like this chart was given to me and I didn't think anything of it at the time. And over the last week, I've done a lot more research on it. And yeah, it makes so much sense as to, following where the BTC flow is going, as to how that's sort of moving in the market. And obviously we've got miners and whales with these, pools of money that they're putting these sell walls on. And yeah, it's just, it's going to sit there sideways for a little bit longer until that sort of, they've got the liquidity they want. They've bought up the BTC that they want. And then, they'll either let it go up or down. I still think that we're going to go up on BTC. That's still my primary sort of direction on BTC. It's holding key levels. So yeah.
Can I ask one more thing? Because we all always look at the miners, but isn't it not so that since the halving, there's more Bitcoin bought into the market by the exchanges than the miners? I think the miners only bring about 900 Bitcoin per day or whatever.
Well,
and the exchange is 1,400 Bitcoin, I think.
So if we go to exchange flows, we've got sort of, this up and down sort of movement, and we do have a lot more Bitcoin coming onto the exchanges as well. So you'll notice
they make more Bitcoin in fees than the miners make in mining at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, not all exchanges take like Bitcoin in fees though. So it depends on how like you're trading it. So it might be USDT or it might be, BNB or whatever, however you're trading it. So
Sushi,
yeah. So, we do have, a lot of sort of, we're looking at the flows here, like, we have a lot of Tether coming in. So we've got Paxos and USDC and, sort of all of these true USD. So we can trace all of this sort of Tether coming in through crypto Quant, and, it correlates to what Bitcoin's doing. So we've got the miners selling, we've got the exchanges trying to hold up these, prices at the moment. So we've then got that wall on either side. So where, Bitcoin is just holding this pattern.
Yeah. It's a good website. So, I'll put a link below. Is that free?
Yeah, you just need to sign up. So it's free at the moment. I'm sure they'll start charging for it at some stage as it gets more popular. But yeah, so this is the BTC chart that we've been trading. So I still believe that we need to retest this previous support. So this previous support is obviously this region that we had while we were trading this 12,000 sort of region that we went once over and we did the fifth wave, but we're still sort of trading in that. We do need always to retest regions to see sort of, how much, money is in the market, how much support there is, and, just for overall sort of health of, coins and tokens, you need to retest previous supports as resistance before, dropping down. So normally we'll see like this is, had 3 or 4 retests. So I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on the 6th, we dropped through. So that's quite a few sort of retests on that same support. So this is going to be quite a strong resistance, having had 6 previous attempts to to hold it. So now it's going to be quite a tough resistance to break through. So it's probably going to take a little bit to get through that, or, you know, a lot of tether coming into the market. So either way, this is, I think we're sort of going up to retest this. It's not going to be a quick thing. It's going to be sort of long and drawn out as it is. The market's moving really slow right now. But during that period, it allows, when the market does go quite sideways and slow, it does allow like alts to move. It allows BTC pairs to move in particular. And, you know, so that they will be bouncing. We saw a lot of the alts bouncing over the weekend, which was nice. So if we have a look, so
pretty crazy bounces in some of the alts over the last week, sort of in the 40 to 50% range again.
Yeah, it has been. So this is Bitfinex longs and shorts. So we can see, so the other day I posted that the shorts were going to die, which they did, because we, you know, if we have a look at these charts as well, and we chart them as we would any normal chart. They don't move the same as, you know, an Elliott wave or anything like that, but we can still chart it. So the shorts hit a strong resistance here. This is quite a strong resistance. It's not broken through in the whole time that we've been tracking that. And, you know, it's rejected. So this was our drop down that we saw. We also needed to hold under 10,350 on Bitcoin, so that we didn't get another gap over the weekend, and that was that drop. So we dropped down, we opened up, and, you know, we're under that position again. So there's no gap that needs to be filled in that region. So, you know, it kind of, you know, everyone's so obsessed with filling gaps and all of that at the moment, and it's crazy. It's like, so I've seen on Twitter a lot. So we've got a gap at, I think, 9,600-ish. And then we've got another gap down sort of maybe 7,900 to 8,000-ish. Like, and just lately, because, you know, it's going sideways, the whole of Twitter has decided that we're going down to fill that lower gap. And I'm like, where did this come from? All of a sudden we're bullish, and now we're going down to fill a second gap. It's like, okay, just short it, guys, and lose your money.
I don't even understand why people think that we need to fill these gaps. These gaps are created because these people from this exchange are just sleeping. You know,
yeah,
they wake up at a different,
it's crazy. It's not
Bitcoin
even
price level, and they wake up at a Bitcoin price level, and then there's a gap. So why would the market naturally need to fill a gap? I don't see the logic in it. I really don't.
I can understand the logic in filling a gap on a normal Bitcoin chart, like on a Bitfinex chart or a BitMEX chart or whatever.
Yep.
But CME gaps are not filled. Like, they're not even traded in Bitcoin. They're traded in, you know, they're settled in USDT. So it just doesn't make sense.
Those guys sleep too much.
Yeah, it's like they close the market like it's a traditional market. It's not even traded the same as Bitcoin. So it's like, why are we even bringing that into the equation, that this is something that's going to happen? It's just stupid. This is my rant for the day.
And one more question, because we're talking about filling gaps, makes me think about other things in life as well. And how is your new boyfriend doing, Ken? What? Are you think I didn't see that you were dating Ken now? Lisa, I'm not only watching the market, I'm watching everything on Twitter.
Oh my God, you're hilarious. So Ken is actually a long-time follower of mine. So hi, Ken, I know you'll be watching. So Ken lives in LA. And yeah, he posts the craziest charts and the craziest stuff. He's a really funny guy. So he's not my boyfriend.
Yeah, I would say the same. But continue.
Yeah, I have no boyfriend.
Aha.
I'm free. I'm keeping my options open.
Of course, Satoshi needs to be single.
Yeah, so Satoshi is a female.
Yeah. and if you keep flashing your boobs that way, you won't be single born.
Yeah,
Sorry.
They're double D. For anyone that wants to know.
Double D as in Didi? Good morning.
Sean's just lost the plot.
Sean needs to piss his pants.
Say nothing.
Sean's just lost total control of the show. It's like
Okay,
it's just
sorry.
taken its own
That happened in
direction.
episode 1, Lisa.
Yeah.
We just take it only 5 minutes fun, and the rest we do charts. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, hang on. Should I talk? Should I talk some more charts? So I don't even know if I can talk after that.
Tell me what's happening with Ethereum, then we'll get back to boobs.
Okay. No, we're not getting back to boobs. Oh my God. Speaking of boobs, actually, I just got a Victoria's Secret delivery today. So
Show it.
Hang on. I'll show it. Wait.
Sean, your show is a trading show.
Sometimes. There's a little bit of trading thrown in.
So they're still all packaged. So you can't really see them. So we've got Lacy Blue. We've got Spotty.
Really?
I think I dropped half of them. So the Lacy, the Spotty ones have reverse underwear where they were black with white spots. So yeah, anyway.
Just wear them, make a selfie, and do the same as all other females are doing on Twitter.
That's not happening. It's not happening.
Yes, that's why I respect you.
I might show you like that, but you can walk into a store and see that. So
Next week, Didi will be wearing his
Australia.
thong on a Portuguese beach for you all. So stay tuned for that one, people.
His mankini.
And I'm mankini.
All right, so back to Ethereum.
What's happening with Ethereum?
All right, so Ethereum,
Get more?
I was saying was going to come up and retest the MAs, which it did. It's come up and it's retested the 100 MA here. This is a 4-hour chart and it's rejected. So we have a cross support here, which we've had a bounce on, which is a nice bounce. So I still believe we're seeing in Bitcoin, we're still rising in Ethereum. We're going to come up here and retest this previous support. So this is around sort of, 432-ish. We may get to about 446 depending on the angle. So the angle could come over this way because, we're such a sideways market right at the moment, and retest up here. That won't be sort of, outside of the realm of possibility because that's a fib level on this chart. And then I think we'll drop. So this is a strong support in this region, but if we're looking at fib levels on this chart and, even stronger support. So if we zoom out like Didi likes to do, so we'll go to the day chart, we can see that we've got this blue support here. And, Ethereum should come down to this. It's around the $280 mark. So, Sean loves me telling everyone that Ethereum is going to drop so much. So we're probably going to go around 445, then drop down to about 280. This is kind of Bitcoin should go to about 11 300. Then we'll probably drop down to about the 9,800 mark. I don't think we're filling the gap. So I think we're going to turn around before that gap. And I think, that's going to trap a lot of the bears because they're like, yes, we're filling the gap. And it's like, suckers.
I think there is still a gap at 3K and at 16K as well.
Oh my God, there's a
16K gap.
Yeah, there's a gap at like 1,200 or something. So
Go
it's
to
like
Chicago, Didi, and take that brown thing, whatever it is, and give it to them, will you? Let's fill this gap once and for all.
You want me to use this one to fill the gap?
What the hell? I don't even want to know what that is. I really do not.
It's in the color of Bitcoin. Now, let's continue the show.
Wrong.
So I'm selling Ethereum at 440 and I'm buying back at 380. Perfect.
Yeah,
Good
280. 280.
You think we'll get back down to 280?
We possibly could turn around at about 340.
Mm-hmm.
But if that support breaks, which I really think it will, we're heading down to that point, to the 285.
That a fantastic buying opportunity if that happens.
Yeah.
I'm still a 1K by the end of the year Ethereum.
Oh, I'm still 1K as well.
So a bit of sideways action is what I'm hearing. Fairly confident we'll get past the whale cluster at 10,570 roughly.
Yeah, I really think we're going to get it past that 10,570 cluster. We'll push up to that 11,300 mark, and then we'll drop back down again. So
I had a few people that were upset there was no coin of the week last week. It was a tough week for many.
Well, I didn't want to put a coin of the week last week because there was such, sort of uncertainty in the levels of anything. And, putting in a coin of the week and then it gets taken out again would have not been ideal.
Lisa, question before we sort of discuss the alts, what you mentioned of that, often it can be a good opportunity when BTC is going a bit sideways. Some of these alts.
Yeah.
Give a bit more context around that. Why
yeah. So it gives them sort of breathing space, and it gives them, so especially with BTC pairs. So, when you look at the market and we look at the, BTC is traded against the US dollar. So, when the DXY moves, when it goes up, obviously BTC goes down. So, when we've got BTC going relatively sideways, a lot of the alts have this extra strength. And it's the same when the DXY is going sideways, Bitcoin gains extra strength and it's able to move. So, alts just going, they just start popping when BTC starts going sideways, just due to the fact that they have strength. So, and, especially if they're paired against BTC, then you want to be looking at those in a sideways market. So,
speaking of alts, here's a favorite of mine.
Yeah, so this is Loop Ring, and it's doing really well. So it's had a nice correction. We've corrected to supports, and come across and broken out. So we're at a resistance point at the moment. So this resistance has been developed from July. So it's quite a strong resistance. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of resistance here. So, and we haven't been able to break through it. We've come up, but we've pushed right down. So a lot of volume came into Loop Ring at this point, only to push it back down, which was, it's not really a good sign, but, we're kind of trying. We've had a lot less volume come in and we're still at this same point. So, with a little bit more volume in on Loop Ring, we should be able to push through. So the RSI in the 4 hour is looking really good. So if we've got some support here on the RSI, we're above. So, we've broken through here. We're kind of trying to push through here. I really think on this 7th go, we should start to push through. We should come up. I'll put some lines on here. We should come up, touch down, retest this again, and then head up. So that's kind of what I think will happen in Loop Ring. So yeah, I'm going to actually put this one as my trade of the week. And, I think it's going to do some really good stuff this week and start moving. So, if you buy, I will be looking at this one to sort of buy anywhere down to this sort of region. I'll be laddering in here, and within the next sort of week or two, we should see some strong movements. So, particularly we see on this RSI, if we're looking, when Loop Ring has done sort of these movements and we've had quite strong breakouts. So, we've got here where we were under a resistance. We were under a resistance on the RSI. We've broken out. So same thing here. We're under a resistance on the RSI. We're under a resistance on the chart. So we should break out as well. So that's something that I really look for in these charts when I'm trading them. So, we'll get a little bit more sideways and then we'll continue up. So short-term target on this, we should make about 50%. So, that's a nice gain on Loop Ring. So I think, up to a week sort of trapped underneath, maybe, depending on how sort of Bitcoin goes in this sideways movement. and then we should head up as well.
I like what I'm hearing.
So this
Another
is
50.
BAT, which is also it's also trapped under a resistance as well. So we've got this pink line, which is our strong resistance. We've broken down onto our support here. So this, the blue level, we don't want to break down anymore on this one because this is our last level of support on this chart. And it's never good when they break down past those regions. And yeah, so if we can trade in this region for a little bit longer underneath this support, we should still get, we've got, you know, quite a strong movement on the RSI moving down here. You know, we've broken out. That's the same if we put some resistance lines on this chart, we've broken out. So we should stay in this region for a little bit longer. We will come in, we will be trapped in here for a little bit, and then we will shoot up. So that's kind of how we're going to get some movement. I can't, you know, everyone always says, how long are these charts going to, you know, move sideways for? How long is it going to be before they pop? And it's like, time is never anything that we can predict. So I can say that the chart's going to go one way or the other, and this is what I see, you know, and it's like, and if it doesn't go that way, then we have a stop loss. So, and I always have a stop loss in case it goes completely other way. You know, somebody has an idea where they're going to be selling heaps of this coin or token and, you know, the chart fails. So, you know, that can happen.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
So yeah, another one that I have been trading is DOT, and it's doing very, very well. So we've got this pattern formation that everyone likes to call bear flags, which they're not. So they're more a consolidation pattern. So when we get to these levels, and this is what Bitcoin's got on it at the moment. So if we have a look, a lot of the alts are doing very similar stuff to what Bitcoin's doing with this pattern. So this is what we call a leading diagonal, and it actually trades in a whole different way. So the waves move in 3 patterns instead of 5 patterns. So, and that's why it becomes hard to count. So these waves move up, and they, once they hit these, the highs of the first wave, then they come back down to the same point they started. So this wave, once it hits the 1, will probably break down to this level. So we hope that it stays within this formation, but DOT seems to be, you know, breaking down a little bit more. So we've got a lot of futures trading and margin trading on DOT on a lot of exchanges now, which once they introduce that, it's never a good thing. So you get all the, you know, the inexperienced traders just losing money. So yeah, lots of fun.
Very good.
Always fun to see people lose money, eh?
Yeah, always fun. Okay.
No.
So this is IOST. So
a while back, which I did okay out of, actually, Lisa. Thank you for that.
well, the IOST one?
Yeah, and I sold it yesterday.
Well, I think you shouldn't have sold it yesterday because we're still going up. There's a lot of news coming in for IOST. Yeah.
I could rebuy it, and I sold it at 85, I think.
Oh, lucky you. Yeah, so you can buy it a lot cheaper. So, you know, there's a lot of DeFi news coming in for IOST. So if you do a little bit of research on this, you'll find that they have a lot of ICOs that are coming in, you know, the 2020 ICOs coming in that are building on IOST. And so this is going to increase the value of this. And this is why, like, I have such high targets on this. And, you know, I think they're really, really attainable in the long term.
Rapid DeFi by any chance?
Yes.
Okay, I spoke to the founder the other day, actually.
Yeah, so that's going to be on IOST.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
Did you guys see that the Binance was giving away $100 million to build DeFi projects on their blockchain?
yeah, very exciting, isn't it? It's like, I saw that. It's like there's so much money coming into the market to, you know, promote all of these new like technologies and everything right now. And it's, yeah, so if you've got any knowledge, like as a developer or anything like that, then yeah, definitely the way to go to, you know, get your name out there. And you know, if it's a good product,
I think IOST are also have a fund for the same thing, about 6 million.
Yeah, so they've got a massive fund, and it's the same because, you know, they're obviously competing against projects like DOT, which has so many things coming onto it. So
what's the price right now, Lisa, by the way, of this?
It's 6891 right at this moment. So we should hold this level. So it should hold around here, and it should continue up. So we might get a little bit of sideways as everything's correcting at the moment. So, you know, as we move in waves. Bitcoin hit sort of, you know, that 10,570 mark. It's correcting down. It'll try that again. It'll probably correct down. So it's going to sit in that sort of that loop pattern at the moment. So if we go Kasama, which is so Kasama is the chain. So that DOT is the token. So if you look into that, so Kasama's like essentially what everything sort of moves on. DOT is the token, and you know this is all part of the Polkadot network. So I actually, when I started posting, like after the BTC drop, and I started posting a couple of charts on Twitter, like I had so many haters like, oh, you're going to wreck all your followers. And it's like, well, that's what stop losses are for. So, you know, I'm a trader. I look for support and resistance levels. And, you know, I saw a lot of support on these charts. So I put some charts up, and they're all, you know, doing great figures. So 45% since I entered, which is awesome. I think we're going to get a double top here at 56. So that's, once we get to this point, it's, you know, it's 100% move on this one. And, you know, they're all moving really strongly. So if we go back,
you're the only person that uses your real name on Prime XBT, from what I can tell as well.
Oh, I'm the only one that uses my real name anyway.
I think we need to come up with a stage name.
It's just crazy. So it's like I'm the only person that uses my name anywhere. Like everyone has stupid names. So Didi uses his name, but he's not so much trading. So
no, I'm just copy trading you. I'm just copy trading you.
Yeah.
But I have a new name for you.
You have a new name?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? What is that?
Yeah, of course. Do you still remember like this TV series called The Green Hornet?
Yeah.
We will call you the Green Dildo. It's good for SEO. It's good for ranking in Google. It's good for many things.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Could you imagine? It's like, I'm going to call that my business name. It's called the Green Dildo. It's like, what the hell?
It's catchy. People like it.
Oh my God.
Get a Green Dildo t-shirt on your website, Didi, and I'll buy one for Lisa.
That's a deal.
And Lucky.
Oh my God, no. I like the Satoshi one. So this is Didi's t-shirt. So for
where did you get that from? Is that from Didi's website?
Yeah, it's from Didi's website.
Yeah. You still didn't order, Sean.
Oh, thought you were kidding.
Yeah, no.
You got a free t-shirt and you didn't order it. At least already ordered and received.
I wasn't sure what country I was going to be in. I know where I am now for the next month, so I will order one for sure.
Are you staying in Singapore?
Yes, for another month. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, so back to charts. This is Theta. So it is again at a resistance point. So we've had this support for quite some time. So this support here was from August right through until August, 1 month, not that huge. So if this support doesn't hold and we see a bigger drop in alts, we could see a drop down to sort of the 35 region. I'm kind of thinking we might hold here and continue through. And, you know, a lot of the alts, the patterns here, are showing like resistance points, but I kind of think they're going to push through. So, you know, I might be wrong. I've got a stop loss. So, you know, they're still looking quite bullish on the MACD. They're still looking really good on the RSI. So that we've still got room to move here. This is a 6-hour chart. So if we go to the higher level charts, to the daily, we've got plenty of room. So the daily has only just crossed over to bullish. So, you know, this tells me that we're going to push through here and continue higher. So yeah, so Theta, I think we're going to hit around, we're going to get a new high here, and we'll get around the sort of 73, 74 mark. We could even go higher. You know,
that's another 40%, or what is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So from here, yeah, another 40%.
I've been looking at this for a long time. I think it's actually a Singaporean project.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So there's a lot that come out of that region. So yeah. Another one that I want to quickly look at is Lend. It's again, so we've got this parabola that we've had on Lend, and it's, you know, it held for quite some time. So we've come underneath at the moment. This is similar to what Bitcoin has as well. So we've got a parabola on Bitcoin that we're sort of trading underneath at the moment, and it keeps coming up and it hits the parabola and it comes down. So Bitcoin's won't hit the parabola now because we've gone sideways. So it's going to be hitting the parabola at about 22,000 at the current sideways movement. So we've got heaps of free air on Bitcoin. So on Lend, we've hit this. We've come up, which is also a fib level at 78. We've corrected. We possibly might hold this level here, but, you know, I would be laddering buys if I'm already in this. So I'm quite happy. I've bought at the Green Star. I think Didi bought into this one as well.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
I don't know which level at the moment anymore. But.
I can't remember where I told you either, but I do remember you should be in profit now anyway. So
sell.
Yeah, no, do not sell yet. So we're still going up. So if we do break down here, which I don't think many of these coins are going to do, we're going to settle around 55. If you do want to buy in to this, ladder into this region, I kind of think we're going to go up and we're going to test sort of the 93-ish mark. We'll retest this as a double top. Potentially we could break through this, you know. AAVE has, you know, all of the crypto financing and that sort of stuff on this network. So it's, you know, it's really strong. Obviously when Bitcoin drops, these all drop and people pull their money out of the contracts and that sort of thing. They get margin called, and yeah, so, you know, that's why they do drop at these points. But longer term, this is a really, really strong token to sort of be accumulating and holding on for a little bit longer, I think. So I've been
20% of the DeFi market is this particular project, I believe.
Yeah. So this one, as I've said before, like I've made over 1,000% on this. So it's been kind to me. So when people say, oh, I hit your stop loss, I'm like, whatever. That's like, well, I lost like 5%. Okay. So I've made like 1,000% on it. So, or more. Yeah. Hang on. I'm going to just have a look.
Yeah, I just checked, Lisa. I bought between 55 and 64.
Yeah.
I'm on profit.
Yeah. So I lie. I've made about 2,700% on this. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Sean isn't laughing.
No, I know why Lisa was drinking last night as well.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, so there's that, and there's Elron. I've not actually noticed how much money I've made on this one until now. So there you go.
I've done all right on Lend. To me, this is a nice long hold as well.
Yeah, this is a really nice long hold, and this is one that I had in Satoshi Sister Discord. So, you know, telling people it was a long-term hold because of, you know, everything that was going on with it. They've proved to the market that they're doing everything that they're saying they're doing, and, you know, DeFi is huge. So yeah, I think, you know, as long as DeFi money keeps coming into DeFi, and, you know, like your new show, Sean, it's the degenerate traders that get into DeFi. It really is.
Wednesdays, people, if you're a degenerate trader who likes silly humor, come and check us out.
I just cannot bring myself to DeFi like to that level. It's like, I know there's massive amounts of money, but like with anything, never invest in anything that with money that you're not prepared to lose.
Speaking of which, Lisa, we actually need you to make a cameo this Wednesday to tell us about Prime.
I can.
Good. Everyone's jumped on there and it shall be following you.
And it's looking good this week, so I'm happy to do that.
Thank you very much.
So that's the charts this week, guys.
Very good.
Amazing.
Very good. Well, we've got about 3 minutes to discuss what else is happening in life. Melbourne, Lisa, are they releasing you anytime soon?
Oh, never. Apparently I can have a bubble friend as of last night. So
Is that Ken?
A bubble friend?
A bubble friend, yeah. Isn't that a novel term? So yeah. But no, anyone that comes into Victoria, you've got to do 14 days quarantine like you're a dog or something. It's like,
yeah, a cat in a cage.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Queensland at the moment. My nana is like, she's 97 and she's actually in lockdown. She has no idea why people can't visit her. And that's the sad thing about this. Like, she's old, she's kind of losing her marbles a little bit. And, half the time when people talk to her and she's just like, she tells them that she's 50 years old. She's 97 or 98. So it's like,
She feels 50.
Yeah, she feels 50. She's told my mum several times, like, who are you? My daughter's like 20. And my mum's like, oh my God. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough for a lot of people still, isn't it? I've got a friend rushing home to a very ill parent today. Actually, hopefully this starts loosening up soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
It won't, Sean. I have a friend that's working at the government in Germany, a friend of a friend, let's call it like this. And she told me, Didi, get the hell out of Spain because they're going to do a lockdown. France is going to do a lockdown. The Netherlands again is going to do a lockdown.
Really?
Whole Europe is going to do lockdowns again.
Well, UK's got lockdowns and it's now to 6 people or something. So, and that's just going to get tighter and tighter. So
yeah. But they changed at the beginning they tracked the people that died of the COVID, and now they are tracking the people that have tested positive. Everybody's going to test positive of a flu, Sean. This is crazy as hell. You know what the most crazy part is in the Netherlands? Did you see these riots in the Netherlands? So you have this highest prime minister in the Netherlands that goes all over the rules to COVID. He made these rules in the Netherlands. You cannot do your birthday. You cannot do a funeral. You cannot do a wedding. You can't visit your grandparents. And if you do, you pay 400 euros fine. This guy, 2 weeks ago, gets married with like 50, 60 people on his wedding. News reporters see this. They start to take pictures. He's hugging everybody, hugging his grandma. All this stuff comes out now in the Netherlands.
But nobody else can do that.
And everybody needed to, even funerals, you couldn't invite people to funerals.
Well, that's the thing. I had a friend that I was talking to.
This does it.
Yeah, a friend of mine was telling me that they went to a virtual funeral. So they zoomed in for the funeral. Like they went on a Zoom call so they could see their grandma get buried. It's like, this is insane.
Yeah. Same in the Netherlands. It's the only possibility you had. And then this guy made these rules. And like this guy just celebrated his fucking wedding, touching his grandmother and everybody. So like in Holland now, it's like everybody's like, "Wow, what the fuck is this?" So we gave up our life, and you just continue, and you're the one that makes these rules. So you don't believe in it. What is it?
Well, look, what are we now? We're 6 months into this. For me,
it's longer, isn't it? 6 months. So it's like February. Like February, it was starting in Melbourne. Like the last time. So I went to the UK in February, just as the BSV conference was there, and like COVID was just happening and everyone was doing elbow taps and, all this sort of stuff. And, they had stickers whether you wanted to sort of touch anyone or hug anyone. And, Yeah, it was kind of crazy. So that's the last traveling I did was a BSV conference in the UK. And I've been stuck here ever since. So when we go, so March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So it's 7 months.
It's crazy.
It's just so crazy. And it's like, you know, I've been doing the right thing. You know, I've been at home and I'm so over it now. I just want to be able to do something, to see friends, to give somebody a hug. So, yeah.
Yep, it's dragging
Completely
on.
understand you.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you know, let's not get too much into it today, but you know, for me, it's been that long. Surely there's enough empirical evidence now to be making some pretty solid calls, and I think the people making the calls at the moment has got to be some accountability moving forward if you're going to get it wrong.
Yeah, I think, you know,
We've had a long time now to
every
really...
year, and you know, we see people dying of the flu. Essentially, my mum's sick and she keeps telling me, oh, Lisa, this is one that they haven't got any sort of, you know, vaccine for or whatever. And it's like, I don't know.
We never had a vaccine for any flu because we are all vaccinated against flus and still yearly people die of the flu. There is no treatment for flu. All these vaccinations that we have since we are children against flus and sickness, they didn't help because we're still getting sick of these flus. And let's be honest, in October now, October exactly, then it's a year ago that the whole flu situation started in China. So I think in October, if we all take a look collectively to the total amount of people per country that have died, I am almost for 1000% sure that we won't see a difference in the total amount of people dying in every country. If in Australia, for example, every year 200,000 people die, this year again 200,000 people will have died. Yes, a few of the COVID, a few of the flu, and maybe more of COVID and a few less of the normal flu, but in average, we still will see the same numbers that we've seen in the last 10 years. So all these reactions we have made as governments and we have believed as people, these are wrong. Okay, it's a flu, yeah, it's a bad flu, but how we reacted as countries and governments and how we as people followed these reactions, that's I just can't understand it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to show you like a photo. Hang on, let me find it. It was
Sean is like, oh, don't talk about this. Let's talk about trading.
Yeah, on my way to see a certain person.
I have some friends with very extreme views on COVID.
So have a look at this.
How long?
Can you see this on my phone? So this is a heart and it says Love Vic. And this is the Novotel Hotel in Melbourne. So obviously they're empty at the moment because people can't stay there, but they've turned on the lights and yeah, it's really cool. So it's got a big heart and it says Vic. So yeah, if you're driving into
I saw some poor woman getting beaten up by a policeman in her car in Melbourne the other day. Well, that's been all over social media lately.
Oh, has it? I try not to watch the news. It's
no, I shouldn't have brought that up actually.
Yeah.
But you just brought me to an idea, Lisa. So if tonight you want to do something very adventurous and a little bit sneaky, no, not that way, Sean. You sneak with somebody you're allowed to know. You sneak into the hotel and you change Vic in BTC. That would be really cool.
That would be really cool. It's like you just go in and you like change all the lights and all the
room lights.
It's like, it's like Love BTC. Yeah, that would be cool.
Do it, Lisa. With that shirt on, I think you're obliged to.
Yeah, it's like I'll just be running through all the levels of the hotel, of the Novotel Hotel, just changing it all. It's like,
I'll put a link below, people, for everyone's Twitter handles. You can see the daily charts from Lisa.
Yeah, and there'll be a link below as well for Crypto Quant if anyone wants to sign up and have a look at the BTC flows and the Tether flows and everything. It's a really cool site.
And I'm going to order a t-shirt from Didi's website, and there's obviously links for his YouTube channel, which just gets better and better by the day, Didi.
It does.
Oh, we are almost at 10K, so Sean. Almost at 10K. I'm still figuring out what to do when we get to 10K because I want to do something really crazy.
Just remember,
when I get
Satoshi's a
10K
female.
Okay, maybe I will do something with Satoshi then. Special episode of YouTube.
Oh my goodness. There we have it,
Didi
people.
goes all in again. Sorry.
There we have it. Thank you all for watching, and thank you too for making my Mondays what they are. I really enjoy these chats.
Thank you all for watching.
Yeah.
I haven't frozen
thank
today
you
and
all.
disappeared.
See you all next
Same
week.
here.
Bye.
Bye-bye.